Again, everybody, Dave Stevens coming to you from the home of the Hartford Yard Goats. We are inside today. It's opening day on Friday, but today they're debuting the new foods this year. Some amazing concoctions, and everybody is here to taste the new things. Let's show you what they're debuting for 2025.
Just the other day, you might have seen something that started as kind of a fun little idea hoax become a bit of an internet sensation as we took over social media with the Float Your Goat. April Fools, everybody. We are not going to be dipping hot dogs with peppers and onions into goat milk. However, we do have an incredible display for you here today. I'm joined by Chef Joe Bartlett from PSC, Pro Sports Catering, who is the in-house food and beverage provider of the Hartford Yard Goats. Chef Joe has been with the Yard Goats for many years, and a lot of what you see here is his concoction, his execution, whether it's a game day with thousands of fans coming into the ballpark or throughout the year when we do events and catering. Chef Joe is the man in the kitchen behind all of it. He and his team do a wonderful job making sure that bellies are full and smiles have food in their teeth.
Welcome to the largest restaurant in Connecticut. We are here once again to premiere some of our fabulous foods. I'll start right here. I'll start with the baked potatoes. They're loaded. I'm giving Big E a run for their money this year, and we're gonna sell more. Start with a broccoli cheddar with bacon on top. We also have a chili cheese. I'm bringing a Dunkin' Donut loaf, which is a homemade meatloaf with brown gravy, cheddar cheese, and some frizzled fried onions on it.
So we view that the Dunkin' Park is Connecticut's largest restaurant. So we want to have all the different options, whether it's gluten-free, healthy options, unhealthy options, whatever the case may be. We want fans to come here, and food is such an important part of the experience here.
Not only is it meatloaf on a donut, but it's meatloaf on a donut with Funyuns. And it was incredible. It was crunchy. It was sweet. I have it all over my face.
I tried the buffalo cauliflower, and it was absolutely delicious.
Well, it's not great for the abs, but it's good. Moink balls, baked potato. There are some healthy options here.
Erica, any favorites yet?
I do like the potato with cheddar broccoli. Oh, hi. I'm going to try these French fries now, too. And I got this.
You got the meatloaf.
The meatloaf in between. Now, it fell off the bottom half of the donut, but that's okay, because I'm going to make up for it and all the other ones.
Well, I waited too long talking to everybody about here. I didn't have a chance to taste the meatloaf donut with the Funyuns. What's left? Well, we've got these meatballs that are covered in bacon, so I'm going to taste that. Oh, that's really good. So we go from getting the food to meeting the manager who was here last year. We have media day today. We are going to talk to Bobby Meacham, who's now meeting the media for the first time this season after taking the Yard Goats to the playoffs last year in his first season as manager. Bobby, welcome back. It's great to have you here. Year two, it's exciting for opening day.
Yeah, everybody gets excited for opening day, and myself included, even though it's been a lot. It's been a lot of opening days, over 40 of them, but it's exciting to see baseball that means something, right? The fans love it, the players love it. Something that means something. The winner, somebody's going to win on opening day. It's fun after a long off season and a long spring training.
It's a different philosophy for you because your job is to not keep these guys around as quickly as possible while still maintaining the integrity of the game.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to see these guys from my perspective. Want them to get to where they need to go, get to where they want to be, and that's the next level. That's the highest level, is the big leagues. And last year was fun to be really good as a team and also send a few of those guys up to the big leagues, even during the season last season. So especially our relief, we had a bunch of relievers go up there, and some of them are mainstays this season for them too. So it's exciting to be good here, but it's more exciting to see them do good up there.
Right, so much controversy in baseball right now. And no, I'm not talking about the Bats. I'm talking about your old team allowing facial hair. I mean, can you imagine what Thurman or Reggie or Oscar, those guys, I mean, would you have worn hair like that?
These guys, some of my players and the coaches around me in spring training asked me about that. What do you think? I said, you know what? I don't care. I basically look at it as what the facial hair or the dress code is. Doesn't really matter as much as how they play and how they go out about their business. I want them to be professional out there. I want them to crowd that's behind them to be proud of what they're doing on the field and what they look like. I don't know. I don't really think the crowd cares. I don't think they do. Maybe they do, but I don't at all. Hopefully the quality of play takes care of that versus maybe the quality of what their hair looks like.
I think Thurman got away with some facial hair back in the day.
Oh yeah. Those guys, they pushed the envelope. I got to hear a little bit of it, and when they were yelling and screaming behind doors about Steinbrenner not letting them grow their hair long, but and then Goose also, he came down a little bit with the Fu Manchu, so they pushed the limits.
Well, we talk about this new bat, this thing that seems to be exploding. I kind of think of it as almost like Stickum in the NFL. Like they had it for a while, and then they said, well, we got to get rid of it. So do you think this is here to stay, or do you think the stats are going to make them get rid of it?
I find it hard to believe the stats are going to make them get rid of it. I think it's going to come down to who's going to put the ball where the most meat on the bat is, right? And if the Torpedo Bat move that barrel down a little bit, that's okay. But most guys are going to try to still hit the ball right on that barrel, which is a little bit higher than what the Torpedo Bat is. And if they hit the barrel, it's going to go. If it doesn't, it's not going to go quite as far. So, and it's almost like I don't know, maybe they'll change it, but it's almost like the shift. It's like I think players adjust to stuff if everybody lets them. If everybody allows them to adjust to different things in the game, they will. And I think they'll adjust to these things.
Hartford is stuck kind of between Yankee territory, Red Sox territory, and we are the Rockies, representing the Colorado Rockies. But there's some good young players on this team I think people are going to be seeing up in the big leagues.
I agree. I think we got a big future for the Rockies overall. Like last year, you saw so many good players, especially guys in our bullpen, that went out there and are in the Rockies right in the Colorado right now during their season, helping them win in Denver. So I think the same thing's going to happen here. We've seen our team make the playoffs last year with a lot of good players and move up to AAA. Almost our whole starting 9, 8 of the 9 guys that started here last year are in AAA right now, and also a lot of the guys here that are going to start this year are going to, they were champions in Spokane last year in A-ball. So the Rockies, the whole system's looking up. I think there's a lot of good players coming, and just part of my job is to help mold them, help teach them what it is to look like as a professional and a winning team, a winning atmosphere, and hopefully that gets done this part of the season.
And is that tough? You've got to teach the tools and get them to that level, but it's not player participation. It is about winning. It is about succeeding at the plate and in the bullpen.
Everybody wants to do great. Everybody wants to win. Everybody that takes the field that day wants to win that game, and so my job basically is not to make sure they know that part. My job is to make sure they know what it takes to get there, and what it takes to get there is a lot of hard work. It has to repeat themselves over and over again. It has to be great every day. In order to be great every day, they've got to be consistently working on that every day, and that shows up before the crowd even comes, right? So we're just watching the test. They've already been doing the studying before the game starts, and my job is to help them study so they get ready for the test, which is the game they love so much.
Bobby Meacham took them to the playoffs this year. We need to go further this year, right?
Let's win this thing.
All right, we tasted the new foods, although I still didn't get a chance to try the Meatloaf Funyun donut thing. We spoke to the manager, and now it's time to play ball. The award-winning team here putting together the final touches on the field, getting things prepped and ready for Friday's opener. It's going to be a packed stadium, and they're excited for another season where they hope to advance farther in the playoffs in 2025. At Duncan Park, I'm Dave Stevens.